Today is October 22nd. It's a beautiful fall morning. It's been raining a little bit, and I wanted to keep everyone up to date who's been following this channel on how our decommissioning of the raised bed garden's going. We had one final spot from the main bed that we cleared out about 2 weeks ago and planted some grass seed. We were into some very cold and rainy weather, so what we did was we tarped this area, and I just pulled the tarp off on this weekend. Today is Wednesday, and the seed is germinated despite the cold weather. So it took a lot longer than the surrounding area, but you can see it's up and it's up and running. So in the coming weeks, this is gonna fill in just like the other areas have. Which here's an area here to the left, and in the front, and over in the back there, which we planted a lot earlier, and it's all greened up. It's back to a regular lawn. Before too long, this area here will be looking good too. So that's completes the final decommissioning tasks for this raised bed garden. In the springtime, we're planning to put another garden in parallel to the pool, and much more favoring our side of the field here, and thus giving back some of the land they granted us to use for the garden for so many years. Now that they have a pool, they need a little more room for their dog run, and we want to give them back their space. So that's the plan going forward. We're hoping to build some more raised bed garden boxes this fall and get them ready for the spring. So that's the plan. So these are all the plants that we rescued from that raised bed garden. We had a lot of perennials that just kept coming up year after year despite us not really paying much attention to it. So I got everything put into containers and moved over here to our peach grove. We have a peach tree and a plum tree, and everything that's in here is basically cold weather crops or perennials that will basically make it through the winter and into the spring, and then we'll move it into the new garden later. So we have dianthus here in these two front buckets. This is sorrel, this stuff with the red veins in the leaves. That's also perennial. This stuff here is kale. The deer have been really having a fun time with the kale. There's another thing of kale over there next to the garlic chives right there. This is all mint around the tree. This is the fennel that we transplanted. There's a whole bunch of that. That's doing fantastic in these containers. This bucket is potatoes. This isn't gonna make it through a frost, but I had some potatoes that started to grow some sprouts. So I figured I'd throw them in some dirt and see what happens. This is red leaf mustard. That's doing fantastic, and that'll survive very cold weather. It won't really wilt or anything even with snow on top of it. It'll do fine. This is spinach right here, and over here we have regular chives. This here is green onions, and over here is Egyptian walking onions. Now the onions will wilt in the colder weather and die back, but they'll come right back in the spring. So these although they look like they're not doing too well, this is normal for this time of year. They die back and they come back up in the spring. We also have a big bucket of violets right here, and I had some watering gallons of water in case we needed to spot water this, but the rain's been taking care of it. Here's some parsley right here. That's doing fantastic. This kale's been getting nibbled on by the deer. That's okay. This is a perennial, more or less, it'll survive through the winter and be growing back again in the springtime. This is garlic chives, and it's already flowered and it's starting to develop seed pods. Pretty soon those will open up and drop some seeds. So I want to make sure I catch those in this bucket and grow some more chives. So we have a beautiful fall day in the yard. This here is we have a fruit tree right here, and there's another one right here, right in the middle of all these containers. And we also have a mulberry tree right there by the corner of the house. So we have lots of stuff that attracts birds, and here's our woods in the back. So it's a nice, beautiful time of the year to be outside and enjoy the changing seasons. So here's what's happening in the hugelkultur bed. As you can see, the fall leaves are dropping, and a lot of these plants are going dormant or winding down for the year. And what I've also done is I have some fall planted bulbs, and I put them bricks on top of them so the squirrels won't dig them up, In this case, what we have here is larkspur. So there's 8 bulbs underneath those bricks. Bricks keep the squirrels at bay. This set of bricks here is English bluebells. So these are full shade plants that will survive in full shade. So some of the other plants that are still going here, there's a hellebore right there. Those pretty much stay green all year long. They die back a little bit, but not much. These red flowers are pineapple sage. So this is October 22nd, so it's kind of unusual to have flowers this time of year, but the pineapple sage is pretty happy where I put it. So it's putting out some flowers, and we'll get some seed pods that'll drop on the ground, and this area will naturalize with the pineapple sage. These are toad lilies right here. These have already produced some seed pods. Feels like the seeds already fell out. So that's another plant that will naturalize the area. Here's a spot here that I marked with a sculptural bee, and this is cinnamon fern. So that's an open spot in the hugelkultur bed, so that'll look nice there. There's another fern over here. The rest of the garden is starting to die back. So we have some plant hosta. There's a hosta way over there, and here is some other, forget what that's called, but that's putting out seed pods. So that'll drop the pods, and this will naturalize with those. Here's a spot over here where there's a bunch of bricks, and most of these are trilliums. So this is a great white trillium. I believe there were three bulbs. Over here we have another trillium. This is a toad trillium. It's a little bit different. We also have red trilliums. I left the little bags here so I can't even read that one. But you can see I put bricks down so the squirrels won't dig these up and eat them. I still have a bunch of coral bell plants here that I need to put in. These are full shade plants. Here's another spot. This is going to be, what does it say here? Goat's beard. And this one here is Jack in the pulpit. So that's that. And then over here in this central ring, you can see there's bricks here. That represents where the bulbs are. That's lily of the valley underneath those bricks. So we have a lot of plants that are going to come up in the springtime. So I'm looking forward to that. That's going to really make this whole area pop with some of these flowers and bulbs that I put in. So this is a little path that I cleared out through the Chinese knotwood. And here's a bridge that was made with Bob and Tanya's old deck boards. You see a lot of leaves are down. But here's the back side of the hugelkultur bed. And as I've been clearing leaves, I've just been dumping them in the back here. So you can kind of see all the leaves, and there's like a mound in front of them. So that mound is buried a whole bunch of sticks and logs and whatnot. So this is the back of the hugelkultur bed. And as I clear leaves, I'll just keep adding them, and this stuff will just rot out, and it'll add to this area a lot of nutrients. So this is a good time of year to put leaves and other debris that you clean up for the fall. So I'm looking forward to adding a little more real estate back here with these materials. That's the hugelkultur bed update. So the season's winding down, and before you know it, this will be all snow, and that'll be nice to look at as well. And all the plants will go dormant, and in the spring everything will pop. And we're really looking forward to the fall season. It's beautiful out here. There's a lot of nice colors from all the trees. We're really blessed to be living adjacent to such a nice spot. So that's it for now, folks. We'll catch you later.